Poor Crooked. We were fine a second ago. Figures. Hello. Sorry, I'm just humming songs. Back here again, same bad time, same bad channel, doing the same bad things over and over again. Hi Cricket, hi Faz. Thank you for the Twiggy pictures. God, you did something with her. No, I'm not a fatalist. Sometimes I think that's all I'm thinking. So the left leg bothers, but not as much as it could. So we'll see if we can get some steps in today. And I know there's a Clearwater meeting going on, and I'm not in Oakland because the Board of Supervisors meeting was about opinion, not voting. So, hi Scooter. Hi Heather. Hi Clark. Oh, my person doesn't come here. What? Are they giving away tote bags? They saw me. Damn. Maybe I should just start wearing gray so it can blend into the background. They must watch out for me. Bummer. Oh, taking time trying to get the curtain, perfect. Don't have a perfect curtain, can't put it up. Actually, he's the only one who really cares about it hiding everything. Or is it from them seeing me? But I don't think you want that on your resume. You can hang up the protester curtain better than anybody else at your org. It was not the first time that Borges had dreamed of being another creature. He had in slumber fancied himself a tiger. A blind librarian, he was strange tangling of paths and roads all to itself. I could never blend in. Thank you, Scooter. Tote bag? Is it tote bag? I think it's actually they haven't covered it up yet. I think it's a shirt. They have a little presentation table set up. And there are a couple of things on it, but I think there's something green hanging over. I don't know why they'd be passing out shirts, so it might be a tote bag. Oh. Top chat is not the top. Thank you, Scooter. Top chat is not a total bottom. Crazy new. The new blast. They left the doors open. But let's see. Oh, is that? No, it's not. I thought it was formerly pretty. See, this is San Francisco. We walk around with our desktops. We might need it somewhere else. If it wasn't for the laptop, people would have had contraptions for their desktops to be carried around. I got a hair in my eye. I've got my own hair in my eye. Can you believe that? What did I say? I was enhancing my ethnicity today, which is taking all the ethnicity out of my hair by blow drying it straight. I've been in a mood for a couple of hours. What? How's everyone today? Hey Scooter, hi Fez. Okay, top chest, total bottom. You're not going to go there? Okay. Hi KA. So yes, I was talking to the mods and blow drying my hair and at the same time, and when I was done, I was like, oh, I'm done enhancing my ethnicity. I've got to go to myself. But that's what it does. I mean, if you look at my hair is not straight normally. My hair has a slight kink in it. So Oh, look. It's a worker guy. We don't mess with worker guys. It's not their fault. So, yeah. I blow dry my hair straight. I've got it down to a science now, too. Oh, and the curtains are up. So, since I was watching Status Quo News this morning, and there were like elders from the Lakota Nation going to go talk to ICE people. They let them through, and I'm like, why did they let them through? You know, they yelled at them at first and then let them through. My hair curls no matter what. My hair straights no matter what. Okay, hold on. Pictures of Pomeranians. Hair straightener only lasts a few days on me. No, I've watched my hairdresser for years blow dry my hair straight, and I actually, believe it or not, you know, the InStylers from back in the day, they work beautifully. But I was thinking about that today because the Lakota Nation elders who were in Minneapolis going in, and they were interviewing another Native guy, and he was like, there are 2 people in there that are part of the nation. It's like, okay. And then when they came out, they let them in. Of course they did, because it's like there were 5 or 6 of them. You don't even, I think even the bad people would be like, no, you can't do that. It's bad to like a whole group of them. When they came out, supposedly the rumor going around is that they're holding them basically hostage so ICE can use the reservation. And some people's reaction was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, sounds like nothing new to me, because we had casinos in California that were supposedly in agreement with Korean businessmen. And, you know, part of the profits are supposed to come back. In some of the reservations, people had to be the ethnicity, because it's, you know, it's private land, even it's sovereign land. So, but yeah, it was supposed to like pick up the reservations and everything. And guess what happened? Well, they went broke eventually. And what happened to the reservations? Nothing. So it's always been a thing that the elders are always in it for themselves, and everybody else just gets screwed in the end. And when I was a kid, I was a freaking share song. My own people wouldn't want me because I was a half-breed. So that's changed as we've gotten older. I guess the generations got smarter and realized they need more backup. So I can actually go to probably the reservation in New Mexico where my father, the bio dad's from, and, you know, find out things. I still have spite in my heart for them, though, because there were people who would come work here during the summer who were part of the res, and then they would go back. Sort of like ministry, where they come and work and then go back. And it was like, we don't acknowledge you, kid, because, you know, you're half-breed from everything. And it's like, okay, so I'm a little angry still at Native people. You look at my parking. Can you believe I got in there? I love how I can just go off in a different, like, tangent. That is like half a foot up and back. It was funny. I was singing Hazy Shade of Winter as I was parking. That's why the title is Time, Time, Time. So let me see. What am I missing? I used to be able to blow dry my hair straight, but as soon as moisture or wind hit it, curly was back. I tried Lexington for a bit. It was a waste of money. I just got an ad for a hair salon. They're listening. Exactly, Scooter. My hair does the exact same thing, just in reverse. If there's any humidity, any curl managed to achieve it is lost. Grass is always greener. Getting flashbacks of childhood home torture in the 80s. I can still smell it. Carrie Ann, after that, I chose to embrace my curls. I wish my hair would curl. I'm with you, K.A. My hair just bends. I call it the Spanish kink. So, but the native sticks, and I can straighten this puppy like a mofo, and it does not fluff back with humidity. So, but that's still ethnically enhancing. I don't have naturally straight hair. Why do I insist on naturally straight hair? It's crap. So anyway, did they get the two out of the ICE detention? No. What are they going to do? Bend over backwards, and if it's still going crazy, they'll probably let ICE, use their land. Am I surprised? No. It's actually the only thing I'm not optimistic about is the reservation elders. Go figure. So anyway, I said earlier that singing probably wasn't even going to help me get out of this funk. It appears that placing advertising boards on pedestrian walkways is becoming a national sport. Do they consider the needs of partially sighted or disabled people when planning at City Hall? No, they don't care because it's public. Hey there, Nebulous. Hi, Nebulous. My mom was a hairdresser, used to get perms at home. What a stench. Does it still smell? Yes. CB, have no kink shaming your hair. That's what I do. It was the one thing the bio dad got from his father. His father was Spanish. So, for some reason. But then again, his father had bright green eyes and blonde hair, too. So, it could be why I washed out from having a tan as a kid to being paper white, or being reflective now, besides being a goth girl. So, it's like, my body listened to me and got rid of the tan I always wanted to get rid of as a kid, but now I want it back. So, ain't gonna happen. Anyway. So yes, I'm being angry. So, but then again, I didn't even know what tribe I was until 10 years ago when I ran a DNA test because I wanted to be Mexican, so I wanted to have some kind of ethnicity in my life because I didn't. And I asked my mother and she said, we're native. I said, just admit we're Mexican, because she was a bigot. It's all interracial things. Latino, if you're Spanish, you're supposed to be better than Mexican people. Mexican people are still better than Puerto Ricans. It goes all over the place. We called them snobs. They're bigots. Anyway, so I asked my father, because he was in the hospital, the bio dad, and asked him, are we Mexican? Or, are we Mexican? Because he was brought up by a Mexican family because his mother died in childbirth on the reservation. And he said, what'd your mother say? I said, no. He goes, fine, no. And I'm like, come on. I go, okay, fine. We're native. What tribe are we? He goes, Pueblo. I'm like, okay. So I didn't know until back then. So probably 40 of my years, I didn't even know what freaking tribe I belonged to. All I knew is that my father didn't have a birth certificate until he was adopted by family. That's the only way they put it, family. So, and then they were Mexican, so they were brought up Mexican, and half my family is Mexican, but they're not DNA connected to me. So, most of my family is not DNA connected to me. The only good thing out of all of this was that my sister found me, so that's good. My curls are from Portugal. The gray is all American. Ooh, do you mean that kink might be from Portugal? Because I'm Portuguese, Spanish, and native. And what's the one I keep forgetting? Basque. I'm only like 42% native, and then the rest is Spanish, Portuguese, and Basque in that order. So it might be that. The ton of hair comes from being native, that's for sure. Have a nice day. She's got her e-meter in her bag. They're so small. So I assume that the native is all the hair because, of course, the elders that were going in today had all their hair. There is not male pattern baldness in native. So, which drives people crazy because the older brothers both have full heads of hair. Well, all my other friends are balding. So, but yeah, Scientology. Oh, you're really low on my list today, but you know what? Mess with me today and you'll just be messing with a native and you guys will go down in flames. So good luck. You are the last people I worry about. Portuguese and Spanish are almost identical genetically. Yeah, that's why my grandfather was so light-skinned, because he probably technically had German in there somewhere. So, yeah, technically, according to, you know, the white people charts, I'm actually white. So, because I'm more European than I am native. So, tell that to my mirror when all I see is this person who looks Inuit. If you look it up, I look Inuit. That's me. Well, actually, that's me, and I look Inuit. It's funny. But I also look Pueblo, but not as much. But yeah, and it's funny because the little sister would explain why we look alike, because she's Portuguese. So we always wondered why we look alike if I'm Spanish and native and she's Portuguese. Now we know why, because I am Portuguese. Oh, Katya's looking out the window. There was someone looking out the window. I'm not going anywhere. You guys are funny. Have a nice day. Just turn around and go back this way. I figure if I keep walking too, it'll help the leg. I know that getting on my stationary bike does help the leg. I made sure I did it yesterday for at least a half an hour. So the sit-ups and stationary bike are the most important. So at least 50 sit-ups a day, and the stationary bike for at least a half an hour. I put it off till it's too late, and it's like, okay, well, I got to do at least 20, and then I've been doing 30. So that's a good thing. I love those fuzz. Yes, eyes. That was just so funny. I'm sitting here babbling. All of a sudden I look and there's like, someone closed the curtain. That was great. Oh. But then again, I think they just bring me back and forth as I'm going back and forth, and they're doing things out of each door as, you know, I walk up to it. So maybe the sauntering, because I'm sort of like, doo-doo. Maybe that is not good for my leg. Let me like walk like a human. So, but yeah, so I got irritated this morning because, and I didn't even think of it. Oh my God, I even called the elders Uncle Toms. I was just like, holy crap, I'm pissed. I was amazed at my own like grumpiness. And it was like, oh, I must have an ethnicity then. Playing peekaboo with you, yes. Driving, listening. Okay, Professor, be safe. Everybody says hi. See, is anybody staring out these windows? That's so funny. Let's see. Oh, that car's like my blue. Bunch of people with suitcases. I wonder if they're Scientologists. We can walk in this direction just to be nosy. And the speakeasy is lit up already. What is going on this week? Is it the Salesforce thing going on this week? Because that's usually when those places open, because they get, you know, rented out for the day or, you know, for parties. And it's like, that's so weird. And I just thought of it. How am I going to get my car out of that parking spot? Getting into it was a good 2 minutes. But getting out of it is going to be a lot more fun. Hopefully the car behind it that left isn't going to be as close as the other one was. It's a Mini, so I have a chance. Cricket said hi too. Don't put anything on, Professor. Watch the road. That's the thing. It's like I'll start talking with somebody and I'm like, I'm in traffic, and if I don't answer, then I'm driving. And then I don't answer, and it's like, where'd you go? It's like, and I'm like, no, I'm driving. I'm not going to do it. I have seen that. I have taken care of that. I'm never going to do that again. So, the 60s have come back, I swear to God. The tall boots with the short skirts, it's actually looking really funny. I love it. So, you know how it is. So let's see, that Honda's been there since I was there, and that's why I had to get so close, because there's a big old gap between us and them. And the Mini looks a little bit farther Can I walk through that? It's a tiny bit farther away. And I don't know why this isn't 20 feet. They've skipped somewhere. That red zone's supposed to be 20 feet long. Ah, it's only as long as they want it to be, I guess. Interesting. Probably because it's impossible to park around here anyway. See, even that car's parked in a red zone. But he's also near a fire hydrant. Dude, you need everything you're going to get from that. And I don't see Antics herringbone coat. Or do I? Can't tell. Well, so yeah, the County of Alameda Board of Supervisors is going to designate sanctuary spots from ICE since that churches don't count anymore. Did you know that? That happened the last time this crap went on in the very light form. The first time the idiot was in office was that we found out that churches aren't sanctuaries anymore, even though they're supposed to be, because people were running into churches. So that sovereignty went to hell. Hey, Professor, sorry, I was defuzzing Kiko's paws. That's what Scooter just said. Kiko. Which one's Kiko? I was looking at old videos of Twiggy and realized that she had an older sister. So Princess has an older sister. And she's still gorgeous. Pain in the butt. Billy's not as gorgeous as he was as a kitten, so he's still annoying as hell. And I was teasing and asking if they were going to be dinner, because that's what we do to the cats. We're always like, okay, you have to be punished now. So you pick them up, snuggle, 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 punish, 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 and you're going to be what's for dinner. So, well, Jack in the Box and I, as a kid, and my brothers, we called the tacos there cat tacos. And they used to have super tacos, and we called them super cats. And Jack in the Box used to always have a clown at the drive-through. My brother actually did once say clown, and he was like, whoops, I'm sorry. Okay, that is a midlife crisis. Did you see that? That is a midlife crisis. A marigold yellow 4-door Porsche is a midlife crisis. That one I want to poke and laugh at. Oh, hold on. What was this? Kiko's my beige, beautiful floof. Ah, pretty sure the church can bar ICE from entering. Nope. Wow, I would have thought sanctuary was up to the church. It is. Are drones allowed there? ACVS cutout flying around there would be awesome. I don't know about drones in San Francisco. I know most of the areas are like no fly. I wouldn't be surprised if there was no fly around here. I was thinking that the 49ers are still in contention for the Super Bowl. If they make it, it's going to be crazy that weekend. Yeah, I'm not coming here that weekend. Hi, Bob. Yeah, no, the stadium is 40 miles away. You figure San Jose would be opting that because it's closer to San Jose and taking it over. But I think they've been advertising that it's going to be in San Francisco, even though it's in Santa Clara, which is where the old, where Great America is. They stole a couple of their parking lots and a soccer field and built the stadium there. So it's like a 40-mile drive. It is closer to San Jose than it is here. So I don't know. I've seen billboards for it. So, it's not here. It's in San Jose. Poor San Jose. They're worse than the redhead stepchild. They're just like, I'm glad I had the camera turned away. That was one of the kids that went into the org. She was on the phone the whole time. Teenager, it looks like. So these guys, it's like you figure after all this time they would give up trying to get me to film kids. It's like it's a natural reflex for me to turn my camera away because I was CSA'd, freaks. You think I'm going to help them or, help them outlaw me? I don't think so. They have organic drones. The parrots, yep. Kiko and I have little catchers for paws, so they get defuzzed. Ah, okay. ICE agents, like any member of the public, can walk into the areas that are generally open to the public. Church lobby or sanctuary during normal hours without consent, those spaces are. Treated as public access areas. Yep, that's what they said last time. It used to be sanctuaries. I want a tiny insect drone fly on the wall. Yep. Public areas within the church, says offices, administrative spaces, or personages are treated like private property. ICE generally cannot enter there without consent or a valid judicial warrant. Yeah, and they're going into people's houses right now. So I don't think they're paying attention to the rule of law right now. So we have a big, beautiful church that people call the Lady of the Vagina because it looks like one outside. I don't know. I think the architect actually was trying to pull a fast one that people should be able to run into, but they can't because it doesn't count. So that was the big thing with churches, is that when Catholic churches used to stay open 24 hours because they were places to find refuge for real. So, but I guess the clergy got tired of kicking out homeless people, so they now close at night.
Invested her initial set off.
There's clearly what they can do and what they are doing. It's so gross. Yeah. You think? Yeah. I've been watching Status Quo because, weirdly enough, it keeps my brain from turning inside out. Probably because they're interviewing people on the ground, which I like because it shows that the people on the ground aren't the crazy freaking liberals they think they are. So, and they're not paid protesters and all other crap they kept saying. So that's a good thing. That's why it's like, yeah, it gets annoying sometimes, but you know what? It shows that they're real people, and even like older people. And, it's like, there's just a plethora of people they talk to that are like, see, they're not paid protesters, you crazy idiot. Oh, what are they doing? I hear construction somewhere. Where is that coming from? You can't tell anymore because it just bounces all over the place. So there's somebody on the other side of the doors. I must drive them absolutely bonkers. And see, I don't even have to talk about them. Haha. Aaron had something on this morning. I didn't get to watch it because that's when I was being grumpy. It wasn't really absorbing anything, so I have to watch it again. It's enraging. Yeah, it is. And I know I sound robotic about it, but the whole Lakota thing just dredged up crap from the casinos. So, because everybody was talking about how the casinos were going to fix the reservations and everything, because one of the biggest problems with the reservations is, I guess it'd be controlled substances too, but it's usually alcoholism. They drink themselves to death because they have nothing better to do, because the reservations are always the most undesired land in the country. So most of the reservations are unattainable or unpliable. You can't grow anything on there except cars. So the big thing about reservations is that usually you have drunks with tons of cars, because there's also nothing to do with the reservation money, because people don't want to leave. So my own people have been bred to get drunk, drive cars, and die on the reservation, which does not make me happy. And it's not as easy as you think to get people off a reservation. So they ply them with money that they can't use or do anything with. So I can't let it get that far. If I get worked up, it takes me forever to calm down. Hearing that's why I'm watching copious amounts of girl with dogs. Yeah, or you can wind up like me, where you're so used to it that you get fucking robotic about it because it's been that way since you were little and before. So there's a quartz, I think it's a smoky quartz. It's called an Apache tear because supposedly that quartz was made by the tears of the Million Mile Walk, whatever the fuck it was called. Sorry. The Trail of Tears. So someone gave it to me back in the 80s because he wanted me to remember these things so I would fight back, but at the time I was like, I can't fight back, I'm a half-breed, I don't count. So anyway, so when I get home, I'll be watching bakery shows, and if I'm lucky, Papa Cat will bring Costco chicken salad home. Oh, Costco chicken salad. Someone went in Minneapolis with a sign that was for protesting, and bought pizza. He brought it to the protest, and he thinks that Costco actually canceled his account. So he didn't do anything. He just had the sign. 10 to 1. He probably took an Uber there or something. And he called up Costco and apologized for carrying the sign. Don't know if he got his account back or not, but maybe we should talk about it so he does get his account back, because it wasn't done on purpose. He was like probably my age or younger. And like I said, he even called them up and apologized for carrying the sign. And that's the difference between us and them. And I mean us and them, not red or black or white or black or, red or blue or, right or left, is that he apologized. Freak bomb and his people won't apologize for the crap they're pulling, that's for sure. So if someone can apologize for taking a sign in when he was getting pizza, I think fuck bomb could apologize for screwing up everything and threatening to invade Greenland. You've got to be freaking kidding. Ugh. If he wasn't holding it up and walking around showing it to everyone, he wasn't protesting, he has the right to carry his damn sign. Nope, not in Costco he doesn't. That's a private business. So, you get food inside a Costco. So it was within their rights to tell him, no, I'm sorry, you can't be there anymore. So that's why he was apologizing, because he realized, whoops, I was probably doing something wrong. It's the one big thing about America, is that private businesses can do whatever. They can refuse service to anyone. It's in the big sign. So, and I sort of don't blame him. It could have caused strife inside if he would have started a riot. So, but nobody's rioting still. Bozo Head is now threatening, the Insurrection Act on Minneapolis, and they're like, come for it. We're not being violent. Yeah, come and beat up on a bunch of unviolent people. And from the whole, spectrum, there is not a not specific person. It isn't a bunch of paid agitators. Is that a Scientology guy? It is, isn't it? Looks like it. Yep, because he's crossing the street. He's got the tie. He's got the gold knot in his tie. So obviously he sees me and he wants to avoid me like the plague. So have a nice day. So yeah, he's new. I've not seen him. I've just seen him in the past week, maybe. So if anybody wants to zoom in on his face later, get a screenshot and zoom in on him, see who he is. I am just disheartened. I hate it when my people get involved in shit and don't do anything. It's the only thing that parks my brain. Clearly they didn't come and say anything to him though. No, but he called up HR. He said he called up HR afterwards to apologize, thinking he might have done something wrong. So Costco isn't against the message of the sign. They're sued Trump over the tariffs. Yeah. No, but it could have incited dissension. And that's the thing. You don't want people who are going to cause crap in your stores. So there would have been much more of a disruption if ICE had gone in there grabbing customers. Oh God, yes. Of course it would. But it's also good for us to say, hey, there are people who are Costco members who please don't, throw him out because of this. He didn't think about it. He's Minnesotan and they're very nice. So yeah, he's on status quo apologizing, and it was just like, oh. But he brought people pizzas because supposedly it's supposed to get down below zero. or, I guess the wind chill or whatever, because I don't think anything gets below 0, but it's already cold there as it is, Oh, and then one other thing, oh my God, I saw this morning in Status Quo, was the guy who found, and this is where, fuck Amazon, but this is where he got it from. He had a face mask on, it was about a foot tall. It was a finger, it was the finger. It was a hand giving the finger. It was so cool, and it was like a mask. Like, I wish I didn't sweat from just my head. I would be so happy to wear that. And they were like, well, it must be a little warmer. And then he goes, no, it's perfect in my face, on my face. And it was so cool. That's when that was when I texted the mods and go, there's a finger head. There's a guy with a head who's got, or a mask, it's a finger. Status Quo. It was so cool. He's not new. He watched me months ago talking with Mike at the front door months ago. Who's not new? Oh, okay. You felt like he was Osa. He likes to listen and watch. Okay. Well, now he just walks by me. Must have a new hairdo then that I didn't recognize. At least you said, don't you remember? Or at least you didn't say, don't you remember? Because no, I don't. But yeah, it's it says it's going on in Minnesota. We've only got a couple hundred people out. In below freezing weather. One of the protesters was like, well, I'd like more people out. And she's like, but I'd say that if there were everybody out. We're here to remember things for you. Thank you, Fez. So apparently Orange Man is suggesting canceling the election. Yes, no, I saw that. It was just a toss-off because he said he doesn't want to be a lame duck president, that, they always lose. Whoever's in office loses the election, which is not true, or the midterms, which is not true. There have been Democratic presidents who've had Democratic houses in Congress. If I remember right, it was the person he hates most in the world, Obama. So, and I do love that the Clinton said, fuck you, about being subpoenaed to testify at a jury. They said we're only going to testify in public. So, and who's this other person? I can't remember her name. Sophie something? I didn't go listen to it because I was afraid it was going to be a little too deep. Remember, the Epstein thing is not something I talk about. That's why I don't talk about the Scientology children crap here, because no. So I did see a couple of titles on the Sophie something or another. So hopefully, and people are starting to call them the Trump files. That makes me happy. Let's not call them the SD files anymore. Let's call them the Trump files. Sorry, I'll shut up about politics. I'm sorry I don't have many people screaming about things with. No, go for it, KA. I'm screaming about my own people. You can scream on here. I don't care. But I'll tell you what I've heard. So, but yeah, that's what I heard. Oh yeah, and I think they should be called the Trump files at this point, because they are. Because that's why we went to Venezuela. Because the oil companies didn't want them there. No thanks, dude. We're fine. So, and then doing the Insurrection Act on fucking Minneapolis. Are you kidding? Somebody put it right, though, because they're like, why Minneapolis? Because Tim Walz was nice to JD. So the little Vice President Queen, VB Queen, is mad that, the governor was nice to him. He's from Minnesota. They don't have anything to do but be nice. And ice fish, of course. But, so, yeah, that was somebody's theory on Status Quo this morning. That was great. It was like, God, that sounds really plausible, And like I said, hey, TL, they'll take you down. You're gay. They don't want you around. So when they take over, you're next. You know that. Have a nice day. I get it, Carrie Ann. There's one reason on Threads and Blue Sky. I get it out there. Y'all need to fire old Tifa back up. I know. I was thinking the same thing too. It was like yesterday I was thinking, I'm just going to go on old Tifa in the middle of the night and just whack my brains out. So, I mean, that's why it's there, Kay. You and I can do that. I don't care. You can even do that. Don't you have like ultimate authority on that channel? So if you just want to go on there and rant, go for it, because there aren't that many people watching it anyway. And if it goes viral, hey, that's what we want. So if you want to use old Tifa, say, do you want to go? And if I don't, you can go by yourself. And hell, it'll probably even stick out because they've been talking about Antifa again. So, old Tifa. So I might even go on it by myself at night. Depends on how much I get, ticked off. And I'm more likely to get ticked off now because of the Lakota thing. Sorry. Do you see it? Isn't it adorable? Oh my God, it's across the street in 5 script. And he's looking at me like, why are you taking pictures of me? Paparazzi, paparazzi. That is so cute. Oh my God. I just got a question if I wanted to work the door at midget wrestling today. Sorry guys, I have to answer this. Oh my God, that's so funny. It's a cat. Papa Cat is sick and we don't know what it is. I don't want to spread it if I'm a carrier. Midget wrestling. Oh my God. I can't believe that one. I love it though. Ah. Yes, that's what the club does sometimes. Let's see. Oh my God. Hold on. I am watching old TV. If I was not sure if I'm up for that. My complex analysis defaults to Jesus fucking Christ, which is the worst swear. Well, just say JF Christ. How about that? Very interesting. Many people are saying worse. Oh yeah, they are. My drawing of new boundaries may require me to break it off with Don Lemon. Oh God, what now? What? Oh, okay. It's you. Okay. That's where Kay gets it. I default to that a lot too. Okay, it's sometimes the only expression that fits. I would watch old Tifa. Hey y'all. Hi, good vibes. Everybody's saying hi to you. Carrie Ann, I tend to default to FOS. I have a shared ride to and from my bi-monthly treatments. This time the ride share picked up another rider and now they're taking her halfway back to my appointment, another half hour away. Oh my God. How's Papa Cat feeling? He went to the doctor this morning. Because I had seen a thing about, I'm half serious about that, about not doing midget wrestling, because I was watching the local news clips and there's a super flu floating around, and I just may be a carrier because I haven't caught anything from Papa Cat, and his doctor of course told him it wasn't contagious. Bullshit. Sorry, don't trust doctors when they're talking about cooties, non-thetan cooties. And so I'm just like, because Papa Cat it stays in his lungs. So, and he feels fine for a few hours and he crashes. I mean, he feels normal for a few hours and then he crashes. So it's like, he's still on the bottom floor at night. And I want this shit to end. Sorry. But yeah, I don't want to be touching people's money and the security. I don't want to give it to the club security. Because colds fly around clubs, just freaking fly. So I'm just like, no, I'm not going to go near anybody because I might be a carrier. I haven't come to, all I've come down with is I've had to blow my nose and feel like crap for like an hour. And what I thought was a allergy could be whatever this latest one is, and I'm just immune to it. So I should touch the Scientology people. Oh, that'd be funny. See, I don't touch anybody at Nico postscript, so, and they get me my food, so I'm not giving them anything. But I have a feeling I'm a carrier on this one. So they gave him antibiotics as usual, and I think he's got another steroid spray, so he won't be able to touch me. Oh, you hope not. You hugged me. I doubt it. I didn't even think about that until like right now. That's a good one too. Karina, I feel your pain. My transit does that a lot. I'm livid. I bet. Hey there, Fuzzy. Everybody saying, or Good Vibes saying hi. Livid, they could have dropped me first and then taken her home. They can't charge you for that, can they? The NHS is our own. My current influenza patients is very contagious virus going around in places undue strain on the system. Okay, Heather, eat meat or eat protein, eat lots of protein and drink lots of fluids, flush it out just in case I am a carrier. See, maybe the typhoid Mary. It's possible. Thanks, Good Vibes. I'm seeing the car fucking seething. We've literally made a circle. Well, as long as they can't charge you for it, unfortunately, you'd have to, take it. But if they charge you for it, can't you dispute it? See, I don't take rideshare. I haven't taken public transit in 10 years, probably. So I'm not familiar with Uber either, and it definitely runs in the family. Nobody else in the family is taking Uber either. Oh my God, the brother was like, I don't know about Uber. Oh. And I haven't actually looked happily at them since a friend of mine got into a problem with them. So not an SA problem, just, business wise. No, they're not. It's a free ride service through my insurance. Oh, okay. It's frustrating, especially after treatment when you just need your bed. Yes. Okay. Then that's screwed and fine. Well, you've got me. You can be listening to me. So what should I talk about now? My left leg hurts. I'm getting new Uggs for the house because I don't take the Uggs I'm wearing off because they're too warm on my feet, because, thanks to Wegovy, my feet are always cold, and so are my hands. So I got a new muff, and it works great. And because the old one, something happened, and the battery wouldn't work anymore after like a day, 2 days. So, but you get what you pay for. So I paid like 3 times as much for this one. This one works great. And it unzips and turns into a heating pad, which is cool. So I'm getting pink Uggs for the house. And got them for like really good price because I guess UGG puts out a million different kinds of Uggs and, wholesale places. So I don't have a choice about using service, can't drive myself home after.
Which traders are these?
Our version of that transportation here is terrible. I'm grateful I'm not required it so far, but I have heard endless stories. I'm glad I don't have to do it either, because guess what I have to get this year? I have to get colonoscopy because my sister got over cancer. I am so not looking forward to that, because I've driven both Papa Cat and the BFF home after that. And the BFF, oh my God, poor thing, because she, you have to fast. And so she wanted to go to Sonic. There's a Sonic near her house. And it was like, we went to Sonic, we ordered stuff. She just practically cried because she didn't want anything. She wanted to eat it, but she didn't want to eat it at the same time. So we basically brought home food for her kid, who I call T. It was like, So yeah, that sucks. Hell, Princess would get a car service. But anyway, so let's see. So we have to, did I ever? No, I didn't. I just saw, I got recommended a clip this weekend of John Denver being part of a trio singing on the Merv Griffin show about your local neighborhood, 3 letters, you know, the guys with the white outfits. That would explain why he wasn't liked by a lot of people in the South, even though he had the song, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, right? No, he was not liked by a lot of people in the South, and I couldn't understand why. My parents were into country music, so a lot of people didn't like John Denver. And I couldn't figure out, well, it was the song Your Local Neighborhood, 3 letters, on Merv Griffin in probably late 60s. It's an amazing song. Me and Papa Cat just sat there with our mouths hanging open going, oh my God. And this was on TV. So you should look that one up. The sleep drugs for colonoscopy are divine, 5 stars. Yeah, but it's coming out of it. And also, what are they going to have to give me? Because I can't take the regular drugs. And trust me, the BFF was awake afterwards. No problem about that. A couple of hours later, when I went to go pick her up, that just look on her face was just, I felt so bad. It was like, I'd have taken her to Tiffany if she wanted to. I think I was so guilty I didn't eat. I just had like a pink lemonade or whatever from Sonic, and that was it. And it was like, ever since then, it was like, catch me. I'm never having one of those. But I promised the sister, if she got better, I would get a colonoscopy. So I think that's why she got over cancer. It was just to get back at me. She laughs her ass off about it. She thinks it's the greatest thing in the world because she's like, have you gotten it yet? And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, you're not done with chemo. Leave me alone. So, but yeah, once you get home, you'll sleep your ass off. I hope nobody's expecting you to be mobile. My mom had to have things done with her lungs when she was younger. It was like she'd come home one time when she had pneumonia or some cold or something, she made it to the couch, and me and my dad came home, and my mother was passed out on the couch in her jacket with her purse in her hands, and it was like, how did she make it home? And it was something she giggled about because she thought it was hilarious. She was just like, I can't believe I did that. Yeah, when you were so out of it that you're like, sorry, you guys, got to spin. I wanted to see if the dog was there. Nope, they're gone. When you laugh at yourself because you wonder how you got home, it's just amazing. So let me think, what else can I talk about? Fuck Trump. Steve Miller is a bad bandmate. JD Vance doesn't wear enough eyeliner. Actually, you know, he should go get a pair of Louboutins. You know, he's just chunky enough. He's never going to lose all that weight. That, and he just, I don't know. I bet you his parents were related. So let's see, what else? No parrots. They're still at the penis. Let's see. Trying to think. Can't think. I'm crazy. No, we all know that. Cheryl dresses like an alien. Now I've got Bowie singing I'm Afraid of Americans in my head of I'm Afraid of Aliens. Let me think. Gas prices are still down here, weirdly enough. Supposedly one of our refineries is like not even processing gas right now or oil right now because there's too much, which is not good because, you know, the unions are like screaming their heads off. So yeah, it's like, we don't need the oil in Venezuela. One of our refineries is on idle, literally is idle right now. You can see like it's still running, but it's not doing anything. Hi, Cher. Using overfilling and recycling refuse container classified as fire hazard when on pedestrian walkways. Some discarded LRH could cause problems. Ooh, thank you. Fog in Sacramento. I'm in Sacramento? No, I'm in San Francisco. Happy New Year to you, Cher. Yeah, what have you been saving? Have you been saving humanity still, Cher? which is something I very much like. So yeah, I guess Powcat's going to have to make, they're walking up there. Is that Scientology and a buddy? It might be. Walk a little faster. Take a screen, or not a screenshot, but take a short or a screenshot of it so I can show the building people. Damn it, the building people. That's why my body's doing this, so I don't go. Ooh, I hate being crazy. I should go anyway. What do you think they're talking about? I wonder. Yeah, I thought you couldn't fill a recycling overflow anyway. I mean, the reason that one is because it's a business and all businesses do that. Actually, that's a lie. Nico's and Postscript do not do that because we're always like parking right next to them, the bins. So that's the funny thing. So no, I don't think they overpack because yeah, it is illegal. They know I'm coming. Look, they're getting faster. I'm getting faster. They're getting faster. Holy crap. So he knows I'm coming? I wonder. My God, I want that man's hair. They're running away from me. They're running away from me. And it's the clipboard. Oh, it's the clipboard. So who's doing it? Who's zooming who there? I thought it was the guy in the vest that was zooming him. No, I think it's the guy in the plaid shirt that's zooming the guy in the vest. It gets confusing. You know, they're hoping that I won't catch up with them. Let's see. Oh, damn. Have a nice day. Okay, he doesn't look familiar. His profile doesn't look familiar at all. And we finally have dropped her off. This will be a 1.5 hour drive for a 40-minute trip. Ah, okay. Jeannie's parents were related not just by marriage. Right. You're almost there. That's your mantra. Yes, Kay, that's your mantra. You're almost there. You're almost there. Fuzzy, my daughter left Tuesday with the baby and happy to move to 29 Palm Space for 3 years. I'm good, not good. Ah. I just saw a breaking story about Sacramento and the trucker strike. Empty shelves day 2. Doesn't look good. Ooh. Joke, riffing with Foggy. What did you say? Oh. Well, come on. The Queen and Prince Philip were related. Too close. And wasn't Eleanor and FDR related too close too? Not that, that's a positive direction, but I'm my own grandpa. Does anybody know that song? So yes, when I was coming in, I was listening to John Denver and David Allan Coe, because nothing like warbling, can't even call her by her name, because nothing beats I was drunk the day my mama got out of prison. Discarded cardboard boxes on the street, especially pedestrian walkways, should be considered a violation, perhaps hopefully no fire. Okay, I just take a genealogy. I can't say it. Genealogy of interest. Yeah, and they're a little hyper about fires in San Francisco. So yes, let's all come here and people can take screenshots for me and send them to me. Let's see. Okay, keep that in frame there so they know where it's coming from. Let's see. Well, they don't have a lot in their compost bin. I ain't touching anything. So this is the back door. This is where they, dump off things from. Oh God, and let's see. Okay, don't get the other one. Just get this one. So, yes, the Royals were close. Roosevelt's were less so. The Royals are cousins, weren't they? The Roosevelts were second cousins, if I remember right. Yeah, especially when combined with snowdrifts. This independent trucker thing is for entire state. Ooh, Natalie Webster tells the family story of her grandpa dad. Yeah, I'm my own grandpa. So, okay, we're hitting it. 9-0. There we go. Okay, guys, I'm done. The leg hurts. Oh, look, we got cut off. That's a Momo sign. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Technically, I'm not supposed to because it's a Friday. Can't keep my hand away from here. Unless I'm having too much fun with my dad, which is possible. Which is possible now. It's very weird, but possible. I will. I'm sorry, I'm reading. I'm not gonna repeat it. Okay, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, probably. So like, share. Well, no, like, subscribe, become a member, and go buy food if you're in California before it goes away. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.